John and Natalie had a dream to start Mission TV. What they didn't have was money to start a professional channel. But John decided to use cheap, outdated equipment to go ahead and test start Mission TV.
At the beginning, we didn't have anything. I was going to do some testing, just testing, because to see if it was even possible. I didn't have any money to buy a server to do the...
Stream the video.
Is it all right if she interrupts like that?
Why don't you start over?
Yeah, thank you.
Now, 4 years later, John and Natalie host a weekly live show, and people can watch Mission TV at missiontv.com or on their Roku device. But John and Natalie have a problem. They have worked hard to raise the overall production quality of Mission TV by investing in crew, building sets, and focusing on content. But they're still using cheap, outdated equipment.
We bought these little cameras for $350 each. And, we would have liked to buy better cameras, but that's all we had. That's all the funds we had.
We weren't starting out knowing that we were going to be living with this equipment for
the rest of our lives.
More than 4 years.
Yeah.
We decided to visit Stephen Roof, a media professor at Southern Adventist University, and see what he thinks about the cameras we are using in our studio.
I'm just kind of curious what you think of this little camera.
You know, this is a great little camera for taking on the family vacation, but for doing professional studio work, this comes up short. The ability to zoom with this small camera is enabled only by this small little toggle switch back here. And it really is difficult to get a smooth, professional looking zoom effect. Instead of something like this, you really need something with manual controls like on this studio camera behind me here, where you can reach down and toggle a zoom control and get a very nice push effect into your subject. Also, this camera is pretty much limited to either autofocus or perhaps just tapping on the screen back here where you want the camera to focus up. It's difficult to keep your subject in focus and to direct it where you want the camera to be in focus. Again, you need a manual control, an external manual control to focus that lens and keep the camera focused.
You know, many times we look at what we've shot, alive, for example, and we see somebody sitting not too different from how we're sitting now, and they have a plant behind them. And when you look at on screen, they're out of focus, but the plant's in focus, but yet the camera operator was watching the focus.
Besides that, obviously with a smaller sensor in this camera, you're going to be limited in the type of quality and the resolution that a larger studio camera with a bigger sensor is going to offer. So those are just 3 reasons right there why working with a smaller camera like this is really a compromise and really just doesn't meet the standard that a ministry like Mission TV needs.
There's room for improvement in many areas.
Because the way that humans work today is that they see our show and they compare it to a show where they put $100 million, $150 million into a 1 hour production, hour and a half production. They look at the quality.
What would be the bare minimum kind of recommendation that you would give to us for a camera? What are we looking at cost-wise?
$5,000 to $10,000 would be the range.
You are aware that we are using this in a studio. What do you think of that?
Well, it's time to upgrade. That's what I think.
Yes, I think
and
it is.
Hopefully your viewers who appreciate your programming will be willing to help support the ministry as it moves to try to upgrade its equipment.
Everything can be replaced for $50,000. If we can take the next, and this will, be much better quality. But if we can take the next step and go to $60,000, then we can start doing some funner stuff. Like
More fun.
More fun.
Please, help John and Natalie make this dream a reality. The rewards will be great as we inspire and educate the next generation of missionaries, so that together we can help to finish the work that Christ has commissioned us to do.